First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Again, it's Mixon. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
43 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And that's complete downfield to Cooks.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Another try for Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Texans! Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates.
And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Christian Harris.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
From midfield, here's Tua. Steps away to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
The Saints at 10-5 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride him maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Buying time to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2nd and 6. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua
Throwing out left and finding Likely.
second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Striker, 3-3. Hey, go Fury.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Harris. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To try again after the sack. Tua. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And fighting down inside the 25. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. I got to tell you, I'm shocked. When I realized they were running the football at 4th in that distance, I thought that was a surefire throw.
I can hear it in your voice because I'm the exact same way. No one runs the football in this situation, right? You've got to throw it to have a chance unless you're them. Talk about supreme confidence bordering on arrogance, and they got it done, keeping the ball on the ground to pick up the 1st down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints are able to move back in front. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
He's got room at the 30.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They'll look to throw again.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll give it to Mixon, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Texans have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 1. Tua. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Tua now on first down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
52.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
He may go back to the home and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
Hey, red. Ready, go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Black, 95. Bring it back.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua on 4th down. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
White. Ultra. Ultra. Let's go.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets them a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Dang, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong side right here. Let's go. Yellow, 43. 560.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tua.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
Guaranteed they've been talking a lot about, can we find something that'll go our way? And that tip ball, that definitely just did.
Well, and with this margin manageable, yeah, that gives them a little juice maybe on the tip.
Yeah, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. That could help them get right back in it.
From the 41,
Tua.
forced out to his left.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Second down and 3.
Slot man moves right. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Tua now on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right? 97. Red. Ready, go.
From the 27,
Tua.
oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Olave holds it in. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Tua setting up shop to throw again.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
His throw incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. 2 and a throw again. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now Tua. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on second down.
Tua. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Ready. 10 black. Black open.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Touchdown, Saints!
Isaiah Likely
From 10 yards out.
And the Saints have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone.
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away, and this remains a 2-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the